Welcome back. Welcome back. We back in the lit house. Hold on. TGIF. Happy Friday, motherfucker. Cheers. Take a shot with me. Yes. Yeah, we back the lit house. Home Inc. TV, hustles on a mission. Everyday shit media. Sponsored by dividendsapparel.com. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital. Create a positive impact today and later. Forget the haters. Get your paper. Nah, fuck that. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. I like to wait to the 2-minute mark because, you know, it's some shit with YouTube and all that. 2 minutes. So I let the 2 minutes go. And you know what's up. But we back. Yeah, I got my lemonade right here. Got my lemonade. I ain't even using no chaser though. I don't know why. But yeah, you know what it is. We back for another R&R moment. I'm gonna start my therapy sessions off again soon. So yeah, right now we just gonna keep it going with the R&Rs, the relax and the rest and relaxation with a real nigga reaction. Right here. The Lit House, Home Inc. TV. Hey man, if you ain't hustling on a mission every day, I don't know what the fuck you doing. Hey, remember, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Hoe ass motherfuckers gonna talk about it. And fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that. All right. And with that being said, we're just gonna get into this. Y'all see what the title is. Another real nigga reaction. We're gonna create a positive impact today and later with some knowledge. Don't be sleep out here, niggas. You can't be sleep out here. We got the brother Dr. Umar. So and y'all know what's going on. God damn it, we finna goddamn get to it. How we get to it, man. And this is the It's Up There podcast. One of my new favorite podcasts. I can't count. I like the information that be shared here, and it's a lot of game. So get you some game on game right here in the lit house. Stay lit. Let the light within you shine bright, my brother.
Y'all get Dr. Umar Johnson in rare form tonight.
My people.
Y'all getting Dr. Umar Johnson in rare form.
The culture comes first. Could you imagine if Deion Sanders was at a historically Mexican college and he got an offer to go to Boulder, Colorado and turn his back on the Mexican students at the Mexican college on the Mexican football team? He would have never done it.
Why is this looked at like turning your back? He took a job.
Because he did. He had a chance to make a structural, systemic, historic change in the benefit of
so
black athletes.
you believe that they would have let him make that change, but you don't believe that we have that access to any power. But he could have made that change single-handedly.
What access to power at Boulder, Colorado?
No, it's not a finished product. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, what will the finished product look like?
But we don't know, but he's on a journey the same way. Here's the thing I find disingenuous. You were someone that started a school. You went through criticism. Every move you would try to move. And here's another black man.
I'm building a black school. He had a white college. How you comparing them?
Listen,
I know Deion Sanders had a charter school. He never owned an independent school like I do. It was a charter school. It was a charter school. It was a charter school.
Well,
do you know what a charter school is?
We'll give y'all a chance. We'll give y'all a chance to speak. System. You know, we are live recording.
Charter schools are publicly owned.
We are live recording.
Douglas Marcus Garvey Academy is independently owned by black people.
I'm saying, listen, back to what I'm saying. Hey, Umar.
LeBron James, charter school.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
School.
Listen, though.
Who owns it?
Listen.
Who owns it?
Listen.
Who owns it?
Hey. Hold on, sweetheart. We'll give you an opportunity. I'm gonna give you a mic in just a second.
That's a charter school.
Listen though.
If you've ever dreamed of owning an apartment complex and you live near one of these,
he ain't capping though. Niggas ain't had no motherfucking school.
For a master class that came.
Niggas ain't had no motherfucking school, man. Not no real independent shit that they can motherfucking. Man, niggas know. You better know. And them charter schools be funded by other people. That's what he's saying though. This shit gonna be funded by him. Independently. How the people.
Thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all.
It's Up There
Their
podcast.
podcast live show was like, it was real cool. The host, he was asking a lot of like good questions for Umar to like, he was giving a lot of pushback for Umar to give his more, more what he had to say about the topics he had.
My experience of the It's Up There live podcast show was amazing. I came because I met Loon. Next time you have a show, I definitely will be in attendance. And I have my own podcast, so I'm definitely learning a lot from this man. King is giving me gems every time I see him.
I really enjoyed the It's Up There podcast live show. I learned a lot. It's Up There live podcast show was amazing. It was a good time and always informational and the perfect date night for a Friday night.
I think the It's Up There live podcast was phenomenal. Definitely a platform that I am so glad to be a part of. It was definitely enlightening and motivating and empowering.
Oh, it was awesome. I am so glad. I had so many other things going on tonight, but I made it important. It was very important for me. And it was also important for me to bring my grandson or share with everybody I know.
I'm working on myself. I'm not gonna do the shit that I would have normally do. Shout out to them people, man. Them good people right there. Yeah. I appreciate
tonight is a very special. They say your closed mouth don't get fed. This guy that's coming to the stage in a few minutes, I've known him since he was about 10, and he's been coming up for the last few years. And I mean, this thing right here is what's happening. And if you've listened, how many of y'all have listened to this podcast? Like y'all know about Big Loon. He is a guy that has come from the mud and has made this thing, putting this city on his back and on the map. And he's about to bring out a cat that I know that you all are ready to see. He is in the back right now, and y'all know Dr. Umar. But right now, I want y'all to please welcome to the stage the guy that's about to take podcasting through the roof, through the stratosphere, and give Nashville something to truly love. Once again, put your hands together for my man on the It's Up There podcast, my man Big Loon.
Yeah. Get that boy a hand. Get that boy a hand, man. Get that boy a hand. My hand's full.
So
right
my
now.
brother. Good afternoon, everyone.
It's stuck there because
I want to thank everybody for being here today. I go by Big Loon. It's Up There podcast. For those of you that don't know me, anybody that you can think of in the culture. So I thank y'all for coming out. This is a live taping. What we're going to do tonight is have a very, very important conversation with Dr. Umar Johnson. Any of y'all know Dr. Umar? All right. Cool. Without further ado, man, let's bring out Dr. Umar Johnson.
Dr. Umar Johnson. Brother. All right. Peace and Pan-Africanism, my brother.
Can we get the I'll just click OK.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, my brother.
All right. Dr. Umar, how are you, sir?
I'm well. Glad to be back in Nashville. It's been about 4 years. This might be my third visit overall. I end up in Memphis a lot more. I'm not sure why, but I have to start spending a little bit more time in Nashville.
You know, your last time in Nashville, ironically, we did a podcast.
Yes, sir.
It was at the beginning of this thing that I've created, and you are my first repeat guest. I told you that backstage. This thing is important to me, right? The conversations, the curriculum, the things that we discuss is very important. For me to have a repeat guest for my audience speaks volumes. And I want to let you know that, as I did in the back, in public, that I appreciate what you bring to the
brother. Appreciate you as well.
Today we're gonna have a heated conversation.
Yeah, I paused it. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting the audio right. feel like I gotta restart this pussy ass TV too. So back to the bubbles.
All
There's a
right.
lot to talk about.
Yes, sir.
So for the recording, you guys, I need to start off speaking to the camera, so y'all give me a second. Welcome to It's Up There podcast. I go by Big Loon, your active and attractive host for another episode of the fastest growing podcast on the market right now. Who we have here today is a monumental force in Black culture. This guy is someone that if you ain't seen him, you had to be hiding under a rock. We got Dr. Umar Johnson in the building to have a...
Said hiding under a rock, bitch. If you ain't seen them, bitch, you been hiding under the ocean, bitch, with the aliens, bitch. That way you had been at.
Monumental conversation. I don't want to, I told you back there, I don't want to really have a conversation about your school, because everywhere you go, we have the same conversations, and I think they put you in this spot where it's just comfortable for you to speak, and I want us to have a real conversation today. But for the audience, can you give them an update on your school really quick?
Absolutely, brothers and sisters. And let me first say thank you to those of you who have supported and donated to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We get a lot of donations from across the state of Tennessee, a lot of them.
That's real.
And we just completed all the renovations on the
Shout out to Tennessee.
So now, yes.
Shout out to that, man.
So
I'm going to complete the renovations.
We have an HVAC inspection that'll take place in a few days.
Then.
And then we'll be applying for our certificate of occupancy.
They're going to twirl them
from
on
the
that
city of
inspection.
Wilmington, Delaware. Once that's done,
I'm going to tell you what they do to niggas on inspections. Twirl them. On the first one, they going to twirl you. So, bitch, I hope you went through that bit double check, triple check shit, because they like to twirl your ass on inspections, especially when you a nigga.
Done. We're going to have a paint day to paint the school, a cleanup day to clean up, ain't much to clean up, and then a furniture day to move all the school furniture in, and then we're going to have a grand opening for the...
Hold on, y'all. I'm airplaying again. So I paused it. Get shit right back. All right. We back.
Community. So I want to invite all of you to come on up to Wilmington, Delaware, to the grand opening of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We're not going to start school for the young people for another year because we need time to get all that right. But we're going to start holding community programs immediately. There will be a conscious singles convention for those of you who are conscious and looking for a mate of the opposite gender who's also woke. We're going to have the conscious singles convention. We're going to have Black women's convention, Black men's convention, ex-offender conference, Black media conference, Black investors conference, Black farmers conference. We plan on having two.
I probably need to go because these bitches out here, boy, a bitch will lie to you just to get up under you good, nice and good, where she smoking better, like like using you for like her own personal gain. Damn. I don't pimp. I'm a player. I don't fall victim to none of that shit, nigga. I need to see what's going on with all this shit. I ain't gonna got to you. Wow.
Conferences every month for the community. So although FDMG will be a school by day, it will also be a Black community organizing hub.
We'll try one more time. Cause I like to watch my shit on the big screen, bitch. Okay, then. There we go. We Gucci now. My bad, y'all. Carry on.
Night. We're about 20 minutes from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania International Airport, PHL. So you want to look and see what flights get you to Philly the quickest. Round trip, state of Tennessee. A lot of them. And we just completed all the renovations on the school. So now, yes.
Right. We're going to take a shot for that. We're going to take a shot for that, goddammit.
We have an HVAC inspection that'll take place in a few days, and then we'll be applying for our certificate of occupancy.
What they going to twirl his
from
ass?
The city of Wilmington, Delaware. Once that's done, we're going to have a paint day to paint the school, a cleanup day to clean up, ain't much to clean up, and then a furniture day to move all the school furniture in, and then we're going to have a grand opening for the community. So I want to invite all of you to come on up to Wilmington, Delaware, to the grand opening of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We're not going to start school for the young people for another year because we need time to get all that right. But we're going to start holding community programs immediately. There will be a conscious singles convention for those of you who are conscious and looking for a mate of the opposite gender who's also woke. We're going to have the conscious singles convention. We're going to have Black women's convention, Black men's convention, Ex-Offender Conference, Black Media Conference, Black Investors Conference, Black Farmers Conference. We plan on having 2 conferences every month for the community. So although FDMG will be a school by day, it will also be a Black community organizing hub by night. We're about 20 minutes from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania International Airport, PHL. So you want to look and see what flights get you to Philly the quickest, round trip from Nashville, and you just drop 20 minutes to the front door of the school. Harriet Tubman spent a lot of time in Wilmington. Frederick Douglass escaped through Wilmington. The Honorable Marcus Garvey incorporated his Black Star Line steamship.
And that's Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, shit. This place is really nice.
I might have to hit somebody up right there.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Scott Disick.
And we don't give a
Wilmington. Bob Marley used to spend his summers in Wilmington. So a lot of history there in Wilmington, Delaware, right down the street from Philadelphia.
Shout out to you, Doc. I know building that school. I know what it's like to build something, but some of that magnitude, man, just monumental.
Don't live the
that fight it's a mean fight.
It was a hard road, my brother.
Yeah.
9 years. I remember we took our first fundraiser in April of 14, St. Louis. We wanted to purchase the St. Paul's College in Lawrenceville, Virginia, an HBCU that was closed down. They wanted $2 million. We didn't have any money. We started raising money for St. Paul's College. The Chinese bought it, took it right from up under us. So then we said, well, let's just get us a day school. So I thought we were going to end up in Detroit because Detroit has a lot of Catholic schools in great shape that were being sold for a reasonable price. Once they found out the purchaser was myself, they refused to sell. Then there was a school in Mount Vernon, New York, hometown of Denzel Washington, Heavy D, Puffy. And we wanted to lease this Catholic school. They found out it was me. They said no. We had another school right outside of Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland Heights Catholic school. Philadelphia, we had a Catholic school. Trenton, New Jersey, we had a Catholic school. My point is we could have been open years ago. But every time we found a school that was worth buying, once they found out I was the purchaser, they refused to sell it. And in places like Chicago and Detroit, the public schools for sale, they would only offer me the schools in the worst condition. So the good schools, they wouldn't even show them to me. When I went to Detroit, they showed me schools with no roof, schools with no back.
And listen, in situations like that, when you a nigga like us, you may have to partner with someone to help get your goals accomplished quicker. Like him, Dr. Umar, like I doubt he has like a white cousin or other color family member. But even if he did, he wouldn't want to partner with him about some shit like that. But me, I would, because I got the type of people my family, like I got almost every nationality, not in my family, like blood directly through marriage and friendship type shit. So like my godma, like from my godma to my auntie to my uncles, I got a lot. I got a whole half the world I'm connected with. But with that being said, you gotta have connections for real. That should help get shit done quicker. But at the same time, I feel them on everything because you can't even trust certain people with you trying to do what he trying to do for our people type shit. So it's gonna always be harder on us.
Schools with the water up to your thigh. Why you showing me this when you got a school right across the street? So it was made very clear to me that the white power structure wasn't going to do anything to help me get this school. So one day I'm on LoopNet, and I see this school in Wilmington, former charter school. It's a black charter school, and I'm on my way down to the Nat Turner 2017 Great North American Eclipse, if you remember that big eclipse. It was August 21st of 2017. So August the 20th, I stopped by the school. I saw it, went down there and celebrated Nat Turner with the eclipse, came back, went to Cuba to get my EFA initiation, came back, got into the school. I said, this is where we need to be. But they wanted $2 million. We didn't have it. So they wanted the same price St. Paul's wanted. We didn't have it. So I stayed after them for 18 months. I kept calling, harassing them, pestering them. And I said, listen, nobody going to buy this school but me. Sell me the school. And then one day I called them And I don't know, it was just my lucky day. They said, we're going to give it to you for what you got. And so
Wow.
February the 7th of 2019, we closed.
Wow. Wow. That's dope.
Yeah.
So, how do you explain to someone who doesn't know you what you do and why you do it?
I mean, formally, you know, I always start with the formal. So I tell folks, you know, Dr. Umar Ifatunde is a doctor of clinical psychology, certified school psychologist, Pan-Africanist, the former Minister of Education for Marcus Garvey's UNIA, author of 2 books, Black Parent Advocate and Psychoacademic Holocaust, founder, obviously, FDMG Academy and the National Independent Black Parent Association. But if I was to sum all that up, I would say that as a Pan-Africanist, we all, as Black people, as African people, have to decide how we're going to make our contribution to our people. And so for me, I've decided to do it in the area of education and mental health. And so opening up this first school, we're hoping to have so many more come after it. Because from a psychological perspective, I understand we can't change nothing about our predicament until we change the way we think. And so the thinking has to be changed in the children. Frederick Douglass, one of the mottos of our school is, Frederick Douglass, who I'm related to by blood, he said, quote, "It's better to raise strong children than repair broken men."
Facts.
And so that's the motto of
Facts.
FDMG, get them while you're young, because being a therapist,
Facts.
I know most people who come to therapy will never change. They will never get helped.
Never.
People show up with depression, bipolar, anxiety, low self-esteem,
Especially
domestic
these bitches.
abuse, suicidality. Most of them will never change because they're not
Never.
ready to. So that's people who've been dealing with a problem for 5 or 10 years.
Not even that
You're
they ain't
talking
ready
about
to.
African
They don't want
people
to.
who've been dealing with post-traumatic slavery disease for 400 years. So if people don't change after 10 years, imagine 400.
Right.
So
Facts after 400, nigga. Imagine after 400. Man, that nigga just said some shit right then, boy. I don't think niggas understand what the fuck that nigga just said right then. We finna rewind that a bit. Let's go back. No, we not. You can rewind it your damn self. This shit already long.
So we have our work cut out for us, but I definitely believe that the mind, we have to start with the mind. There's no economic revolution. There's no political revolution. There's no social revolution. There's no cultural revolution. There's no spiritual revolution without the psychological revolution. And if you study all great movements in history, everyone, Chinese Revolution, French Revolution, Russian Revolution,
nothing,
Cuban Revolution, American Revolution, African Revolution, Vietnam Revolution, they all started with an educational system to transform the way the children thought. So if we're going to change, we have to change with the mind. You know, we want to change our spending habits. We want to change the situations between Black men and Black women. We're not going to get to none of that until you change the way we fundamentally think about ourselves.
Right. We're going to talk about some of that stuff today, though.
Yes, sir.
For sure. But I want to start with Deion Sanders. You went to the Breakfast Club, and I want to roll this.
And that's ultimately what decides or their dynamics for geniuses and such of high people of intelligence of high IQ. It's the way they think, not how they think or how intelligent they are. It's the way of thinking, which categorizes some people as geniuses or highly intelligent with their IQ. It's the way of thinking.
Clear, because I want you to kind of further speak about what we saw here on the Breakfast Club. Let's pay attention.
Dive into the future of video editing with the 4 Editors Platinum Bundle. Transform ordinary footage into extraordinary.
He never said, I can be gone in 3 years.
What does it matter, though? His contract is
I'm
only
going to tell you
for 4.
why it matters. I'm about to tell you right now why it matters. Because he damn wrong. Now, if he told them, if I'm going to go back and study some more, but from what I seen him say, he was not that direct. But if he was, and that's not what I saw, so we disagree there. But if he was, he's still wrong, but it's a low level because at least you was transparent and you gave him informed consent. They knew you could leave at any time.
That's right.
Okay? Still wrong. I'm explaining in a minute. Now, if he didn't tell them that, okay, and I'm hearing from people who know athletes on that team that they were not told it that way.
They weren't listening.
And they're upset.
Because he said that on 60 Minutes.
Okay? He didn't say it that way, Charlamagne. I saw that.
He did
not.
Exact
No,
quote.
he didn't.
Exact
Now,
quote.
if he did not do it that way, that automatically means that Deion Sanders used, abused, and exploited HBCU Jackson State just to be given an opportunity to show predominantly white institutions that he could coach. If he only used them as a stepping stone to getting a job at a white college, he was dead wrong, Sanders. The reason I'm so personally disappointed in Deion is I thought he was there for a movement, not for money. Meaning, Deion Sanders, the coach of Jackson State, I foresaw a situation where Deion would hire other coaches, other retired black NFL greats to coach other HBCUs. In doing so, you attract our top tier high school athletes to come to HBCU. Stay with me.
Eddie George is at Tennessee
Stay with
State.
me. Stay with me. Football and back. You know, like I know, if you got top tier NFL greats coaching HBCUs, the athletes are coming just like they was coming for Deion. He showed you, Charlamagne.
Deion, though.
He showed
Dr.
you.
Umar.
And his other one's just
Deion,
as
one of the
great.
most famous people ever.
And his other one's just as great. So listen.
Eddie George at Tennessee State.
That's one person. We're talking about a system, not an individual. So, depending on white money, you got HBCUs at risk of being closed. I read something that said almost a half of them. A half may not survive the decade. So this was bigger than football. This was about the survival of the HBCU.
It's bigger than Deion,
especially
though, Dr. Umar.
no,
Yes,
no,
it is. I think-
no.
So I wanted to play that, and I want you to build on that some. For those of you unaware with that clip, and just to give some context and some groundwork around it, that clip was in reference to Dr. Umar's opinion about Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State and headed up to Colorado to coach that team. You mind building on that? I want us to have that conversation.
Sure. First, I want to say that I have tremendous respect for Deion Sanders and what he's done. For a long time, he was one of my favorite NFL players. I have nothing negative to say about him as a human being or as a man. We're speaking about his obligation to the black community and what he was in position to do to help secure
I
the
don't know why this
legacy
shit twirling me on my
HBCUs.
Twitch right now.
Now, the other day, Deion Sanders.
Hold on, before you go,
sure,
because I know you got a lot. You believe Deion can secure the future of HBCU?
I believe he had a strong chance of being able to lay the foundation for doing so. Yes.
So laying the foundation and securing is different. We can
not necessarily, because we have to see it in motion. But the point is, Deion Sanders was bringing top recruits to Jackson State.
Right.
I saw Deion Sanders as being the catalyst of a movement where ex-NFL greats and NBA greats would occupy the coaching ranks at the premier HBCU campuses, pulling all of our talent that is exploited by the PWI back to the HBCU. College athletics is a multi-billion-dollar business. We have at least 40% of HBCUs right now in danger of being closed down. We tried to buy one. There's a few more that just closed down in the past year. If you lose the HBCU, you lose middle-class Black America. The HBCU is responsible for more than 50% of our attorneys, 50% of our engineers, 50% of our teachers, 50% of our doctors, if I didn't say that already. So the HBCU has single-handedly kept a professional class in Black America. You just had a situation, as I mentioned to Charlamagne, where the Supreme Court just threw out affirmative action in college admission, which means white colleges no longer have to pursue the Black student anymore. That just made HBCUs more critical. If they don't survive, the Black middle class and or professional class doesn't survive. When Deion showed up at Jackson State, and I spoke to players after that interview, players who told me Deion did not tell us he could leave.
Right, and players was salty. I ain't gonna count, boy. If I was a player, I would have been salty if I came to This is my first year. I only played 1 year with Dion, man. This nigga, man, what the fuck? Nigga came to my house personally, sat down with me, grandma and that, mom's what? Nigga, what? My daddy motherfucking brought me a Dion Southside. What? Man. Hey, them niggas was salty and they had a right to be. Y'all niggas got a right to be, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Especially if he didn't tell y'all shit. And hey, man, you know what it is with Dion. It's all about the money, man. Must be the money.
Not that quickly. Multiple players.
But
all the players. Fuck multiple. I'm gonna say it for you, nigga. All of them. All of them.
What point do we?
But let me finish that point.
Go ahead.
All of them.
So therefore, you come to this HBCU, you see the change that you're able to generate. Why not systematize this so the HBCU can now compete with the Alabamas and the Florida States
it ain't about
for
that,
that
nigga.
football
It's about
revenue,
me.
that basketball revenue, those
nigga.
top
Let's be for
recruits.
real.
And now,
as niggas, we about us.
The HBCU doesn't have to worry about handouts and contributions from alumni and celebrity blacks because you're now bringing in enough revenue on an annual basis from your athletic programs the same way Duke and Carolina do to sustain the university. Deion Sanders could have went down in history as one of the greatest black men in American history.
You don't think so?
Had he, say that again.
You don't think he's still going down in history?
As an athlete, but that's irrelevant to me. I don't care about athletes. I care about black success.
As a coach, you don't think he's going down?
As what
As
coach?
a coach.
He may. I don't know what the future holds, but that's not important to me.
So what is he? What would he?
Because athletics does not in any way, shape, form, or fashion compare to black survival and success. I don't care how many trophies you got, how many rings you got. That does not compare to where we end up as a people.
Yeah.
Is sports athletics a portal or a portal to power though?
How is it a portal to power when less than 50% of black Division I male athletes graduate within 4 to 5 years, and at least 40% of them never graduate at all? They exploit them for 4 years, and they back in the hood selling crack and weed. How is that a portal to power?
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, I feel as though someone like Deion Sanders can come through that and continue to elevate.
Deion Sanders bragging the other day that gained the home opener for the University of Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, with a black percentage of 1.3%. Cracker land. 1.3% black people in Boulder. Y'all know King Kong was coming. 1.3% black people in Boulder, Colorado.
Let me break that down for y'all niggas that don't know mathematics. 1.3% for every 100 white people in that city. It's 1/3. It's 1 1/3 of a nigga. So nigga, 100 niggas, that means 1.3 nigga to that 100 white person. Lamest term for motherfuckers that don't understand mathematics.
2.6% black students at the university.
So for every 2.6, he said 2.6 now.
Online.
So for every 100 students,
with thousands of star systems.
for every 100 students at that school, it's only 2.5 niggas. 2.6 niggas. And I say that because in the Constitution, I don't know if it was the Constitution, but I think it was the Constitution, when they had you as niggas, us as niggas, 2/3 of a human. Is that about right?
University of Colorado, Deion bragging that the home opener made $18 million. What did that do for us?
I heard. I mean, I understand that, but I think he's thinking about his journey. The same. Way, hold on. The same way you're thinking about your journey.
No, my life is for the people. Everything I do is for the people.
All right, I understand.
He's speaking for the people right now. Voice of the people. We're gonna grant him voice of the people. What they call Lil Durk, the voice. Shit, nigga. Dr. Umar, the voice of the niggas now. He the voice of us. He the nigga voice. He the African voice. I can't say nigga when I'm speaking about him. My apologies, Dr. Umar. I apologize, but this is a real nigga reaction. Goddamn it, you the nigga voice when it comes to this reaction. This the new nigga voice. If there ever was a previous nigga voice, this the one. Goddamn it.
And you know we're gonna have some clapping.
The voice
and all
of the
that.
people.
You're gonna have it.
It's funny to me
because I'm the realest man in Black America.
Listen.
Hey, I'm the realest nigga I know, but shit, he close second.
What we're gonna talk about is the truth, though, because
we're dealing with the truth.
We have to live in reality. We're not. The claps don't make us right or wrong, right?
You're close third.
What we have to focus on is the truth. You're telling me that your life. So if that was the truth, if your life was all for the people, you'll live at that school. You wouldn't have a home.
I probably won't go home once the school opens.
Before it opens, you would take the money from your home and put it in the school.
I have.
I will.
All of it.
Just about.
See, that's what I'm saying. So there's room to think about yourself.
Yes, but yourself does not take precedence over the people. My life is for the people. It is not about personal achievement.
So you don't.
Hey, whatever you do, create a positive impact today and later. If you don't have kids, you probably won't understand what I'm saying when I say that. If you have kids, you will understand about creating a positive impact today and later. It's not for us, this for our kids. Because we ain't gonna take this shit with us. Nigga.
Nothing wrong with that. Here's what I'm saying. Because I don't want to make it all about Dion. You understand?
Right.
This is a systemic problem we have as Black people, where we never subvert the personal agenda for the best interest of the race. That's where we have to go. Chinese, the race come first. European Jews, the race come first. Arabs, the race come first. And with Black people, ourselves come first. And that's why we can't win.
And that's what I was just saying. I was just saying how niggas think about themselves first. How we selfish. I was just saying that, wasn't I?
All power is in the group. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I say that all the time. I be playing 2K. I'm about to play 2K in a minute. Teamwork make the dream work.
Y'all
know
are
what's
funny,
up.
man.
Y'all
Y'all are so
the home
funny.
team.
And you know
Put on for the home team.
Because you're powerful with this talking thing.
Nashville, make some noise.
This is why I brought you, though, Umar, because, again, the way you speak, I think you're one of the most brilliant speakers in the world. But, again, I want us to hammer this.
No, you got to say doc, nigga.
Point down. You don't sleep at the school, right?
Well, remember,
you do have a life outside of the school, outside of the mission, outside
I have a school. I have a life outside of the school, but I don't have a life outside of the mission. There's nothing I do on the
hustlers on a mission every I ain't gonna say
daily basis that isn't directly tied to the liberation of African people.
I don't know.
Give me something.
I don't know your daily. You give me your daily routines. I don't know. I find that. I mean,
I'm at the airport today coming here. I'm on the phone consulting with a mother because they're trying to expel her special ed son.
Y'all are funny, man.
The liberation of African people.
I don't know.
Give me something.
I don't know your. Hey, y'all are funny, man. Y'all are so funny. And you know that we're gonna do this. Because you're powerful with this talking thing.
Nashville, make some noise.
This is why I brought you, though, Umar, because, again, the way you speak, I think you're one of the most brilliant speakers in the world. But, again, I want us to hammer this point down. You don't sleep at the school, right?
Well, remember,
you do have a life outside of the school, outside of the mission, outside.
I have a school. I have a life outside of the school, but I don't have a life outside of the mission. There's nothing I do on a daily basis that isn't directly tied to the liberation of African people.
I don't know.
Give me something.
I don't know your daily. You give me your daily routines. I don't know. I find that. I mean,
I'm at the airport today coming here. I'm on the phone consulting with a mother because they're trying to expel her special ed son illegally because they never done a manifestation determination. They never gave him the behavior plan that the IEP law requires him to have for them to even consider the expulsion. Then I'm on the phone with another mom trying to help her save her son People call me 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with mental health and educational emergencies. You understand? So I'm not saying that I am the most devout black man on the planet. I'm just saying if it ain't me, I don't know who it is.
All right, so let's get back to Dion because you popping it right now. Let's get back to Dion.
Popping that shit.
So
Popping that shit right
in all
now. I ain't gonna
actuality
care.
with
Popping that
Dion,
shit.
I feel as though when I look at even people like business doesn't have moral clause in it, right? So
no, European business doesn't have
and
moral
that's what the colleges are, right? Ain't that the European structure?
Okay.
All right, so we're speaking about again, situational awareness. You cannot ignore the facts. Dion is inside of a structure and a system that he has to play a certain game the same way you do.
So Dion had to lead Jackson and go to all-white Colorado because he's in the system?
Yeah.
No, Dion.
I believe Dion to be chasing a dream.
And I'm gonna tell you something that niggas probably don't know either. HBCUs are owned by the same motherfuckers that own the white colleges. Like, not even the same motherfuckers, but them people, if you understand what I'm saying.
I believe Dion to be chasing a position for him,
It ain't
his
no fucking
family,
difference.
and then the mission.
It ain't no fucking difference, especially a nigga like Dion will understand it and already know that. But I understand what he's saying as far as the students. It's not even about the people that own. I'm a Libra, so I be weighing shit on the scale. I can see both sides of different shit. I can see both sides of everything. But hey, must be the money.
I believe the mission is still in the car with Dion. Sometimes when I hear you talk about the mission for him is saving kids.
At an all-white school, who he saving black up there?
2.6% at that bitch, as he
Who
told you
Dion
before.
saving?
2.6%.
They go-
Nigga,
they
if
got-
it's two,
Who's Dion?
if it's 2.6% black people at that college, that means out of 1,000 people, it is 260 kids, excuse me. Out of 1,000 people, it's 260 black kids. I'm lit. I'm a little bit lit. We in the lit house. I know my math ain't all though, bitch. I ain't never failed math.
At the University of Colorado.
He's saving children though.
Look,
His son, there they go.
whose sons? His.
Did you save your daughter?
Of course.
All right,
But
so
not
that,
at the
I don't
expense.
like, hold on.
Not at the
Once
expense.
you keep
Not at
on,
the
what I
expense.
think, listen, it comes off disingenuous for me when you try to act like I'm gonna put y'all in front of me and mine. I got to save me and mine. He got his son with him.
I
He
didn't
is
know,
on
I
a
didn't know
mission.
Deion Sanders was broke and poor in the hood.
No, not at all.
Okay,
But
then.
my mission
So-
ain't accomplished. You ain't broken poor, but your mission ain't accomplished.
Okay.
So every day we wake up, we go towards the mission.
How is his mission tied to the white college?
His mission is tied to success and results. You're looking
For
at
who?
it for him and his family, his
For him and
son.
his family. What about
So,
the community?
again, that's still on the agenda, but
Where at an all-white school? Where is the community on the agenda? Where is the black community on the agenda at Boulder, Colorado?
So what I did, if I'm Deion Sanders, I come into Jackson State and lay a blueprint. I break a mold. I do something that's never been done. But for you
And
to
that
ask
was?
me, that's for what you just spoke to. You spoke to him bringing all this revenue, bringing these
And he
athletes.
was there for how long?
That's not what we're speaking about.
No, it is what we're speaking of.
Okay.
Because it shows a lack of commitment.
No.
See, here's the issue.
Opportunity call.
You know what the bigger issue is here?
Go ahead.
What do we value more? Building systems of success for young black children or being accepted by white people? That's what this is about. Deion went to Colorado not for the money, because he wanted to prove to white people he could coach white children.
How many single-family houses, single-family homes would it take to equal one multifamily deal like this? Let's compare these things. Now,
Hey.
first, there's certain factors that we need to look at that are very important. Number one, how much capital?
Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now. I detect no cap in those statements. And he just brought up capital. Yeah. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital. He brought me up. DJ Dividends. I'm back at him. Yeah, man. Capital J Dividends. I detect no cap in his statements, bro. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital. Create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your motherfucking paper straight like that.
That's not right.
Look at all them. Look. Oh, it is right. Look. Did y'all see all the celebrities who was at that game last week? Did y'all see them flying all the way to Boulder, Colorado? Why they don't come to Tennessee State like that for your homecoming? Why they not at Howard like that? Why they not at South Carolina State? You know why? Because it was a white school.
Oh,
it's the same reason why entertainers will go to the Grammys and go to the AMAs, but they'll start fights at the Source Awards and the BETs because we value white people.
Damn.
We want to be accepted by white people. Deion wanted white people to know he could coach at a white school.
I think this is miscategorization, Mr. Dr.
No,
I think what Deion wanted was to show that he could be successful in collegiate sports.
He could have done that at Jackson.
I think because that, he did it in Jackson. This is the point I'm making.
2 years, was it?
Yeah, he did it, and he did it. He did it. So what I'm saying is, though,
brother, come on.
Listen,
He used them to get seen, known, to go to a white college. And you know what I think, y'all? I believe the white power structure sat down, had a meeting, and said, we got to put an end to this. Yeah. If we let Deion stay at Jackson, and he start pulling Ed Reed and Randall.
Y'all know that's what they did, man. Hey, I detect no cap in his statements. If you a nigga and you know how these motherfuckers been operating, you would know this is the motherfucking steps they would take to do that type of shit, bro. Cause they don't give a fuck about us for real, bro. We gonna have to start tearing shit up. We gonna have, bro. These motherfuckers don't value shit but money and the loss of life. Who the fuck said that? I'm not sure it was Malcolm.
Cunningham and all these ex NFL greats to these HBCUs.
I'm trying to think.
They're going
right
to
now.
steal our money. This is a $1 billion empire. We cannot afford for the HBCU to steal all the top tier athletes because there will be a reversal of power in D1 sports. This is what they said. And they said, we know Deion ain't the loyal type to the black community.
I'm gonna let y'all know something else too. A lot of motherfucking teams, they were Negro leagues. So in the NBA, it was a Negro league, and they wanted to cancel out all the Negro teams. The same for the NFL, the NBL, the MLB. MLB. The same is for all of them. They canceled out Negro League teams, but they brought in the players, the top players, for a reason, and then canceled them out, like just voided them out. Like this shit been strategic since Christopher Columbus came to this bitch. Nigga, you think everybody was brought from a fucking boat over here? Nigga, no. Some of y'all niggas deserve some money because y'all indigenous people. And y'all don't even know that.
Because he the one who also criticized Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to get the whitest school in the country to offer him some money to come teach them. Because he could have went somewhere. They were making a statement. Deion was sent to Colorado to make a statement that every one of them ninjas got a price. Find his and pay him off.
You know what I think? And they listen. See them faces. See, look. Hey, y'all feel him. Listen, when he sit back and do you like it, bro. When he sit back and do you like this right here, he kicking the highest game he can kick right there. As high as he can get, boy, but it's effective. Listen, I think what I believe is that in college sports we have to be effective to get hired to do certain things. Just like you, I want you to look at it through your lens and the things you've been able to do and how you had to exit certain routes. You had black people come and try to fix your school up, and you had an issue with that. Sometimes the power structure calls for us to need a handoff, need an assist, need something to
That
put
had
us in a
nothing to
position.
do. Black contractors scheming and scamming ain't got nothing to do with Dion running to 1.3% black.
This is what I'm saying
Boulder,
about
Colorado.
So here let's wrap that around. HBCUs and business in general, not HBCUs, but business in general has no moral clause.
I disagree with that.
From
a European standpoint, yes, we ain't Europeans. Our business always have a clause.
What you get? So for us to not to have access to power, what business or industry do we even control?
We are $2 trillion people.
What business or industry do
don't,
we
and
control?
that's the problem. And we
okay,
ain't gonna never control none.
So his
Leaving
access
the black
to
school for the white one.
His access to power goes through
Boulder, Colorado.
Goes through the power structure.
All this money Dion making for them, by the time he's done, he would have made far more for them than he earned from them. Not only that, God forbid,
That's everything.
if he ever begin. But the point is, he shouldn't even be in that position because you had the chance to restructure an entire HBCU athletic system permanently, and you sold it out for money to go to a white college. That's the facts of the situation.
I disagree with that.
It's the facts. It's undisputable. That's what he did.
That's
why he not still at Jackson.
He's not at Jackson because he had an opportunity call.
An opportunity to go to coach at a white school.
No, to showcase his skills in a different level.
Oh, we don't know what Dion is capable of?
No, not in college. Not again, you have to coach in these different markets. The same way you got to go speak in different markets. Same way I got to podcast.
But I don't compromise.
It ain't about compromise.
It is.
It's about results. I keep telling you, I'm showing up to show out.
Results
I ain't showing up to do that other stuff.
Results for who?
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Dion been proved himself when he was on the field, nigga. He called a lot of them plays on defense. Niggas don't know he switched up his own shit on defense off of reading and studying the film. That nigga been a coach before he motherfucking retired. He just proved himself when he did that shit. What he did with the HBCU, which entitled him to get
for my stat sheet for what I've been able to do.
And he just moving up the ladder.
He's trying to turn black people to a permanent underclass. And you talk about stat sheets? Burn the damn stat sheets.
Nah, you need that, Umar. If that's the case, you would sleep in the mop room at your school.
I will be. I don't think I'll ever leave once I get there.
These are future plans, but this dude here is working now. I'm telling you, if you believe what you're telling me, you will walk in that school and say, "Damn it with the house, damn it with the car." Until this school get up and rolling, Umar don't got nothing.
Well, I agree with everything.
All right, so that's my point.
You can't compare my commitment to the black community to Dion's because he has yet to show it.
You don't think he's saving children?
Doing what?
Being the motivation.
That's funny. Hey, you see how they laugh? That's funny. Bitch, that was funny as fuck. That's why people just laugh like that. Man, that's just fun. Being a motivation. How the fuck you gonna save somebody from motivation? You know, shut the fuck up. Look, he just let the people laugh for us.
Continue.
I'll rest my case.
Also, you don't think motivation is necessary?
Brother, to whom much is given,
self-motivate.
Much is required.
I'm gonna tell you like this: self-motivation is the only motivation that's gonna get you through whatever the fuck you're going through. It's self-motivation. Any motivation that somebody give you is temporary motivation. That shit ain't gonna fucking last. Self-motivation is what's gonna get you through whatever the fuck you got going on. You gotta be self-motivated in this fucking world if you want to be successful.
You telling that to me, and I got a lot.
Dion has a lot.
Yeah.
And what the fuck he's speaking about is inspiration. That shit ain't no fucking motivation.
So for you to tell me that he's somehow benefiting black children because they see him winning at a white college, that's the same argument Obama maniacs made when Barack was in the White House and Negroes said just him being there was a benefit to black people. Only problem with that, it didn't play out in the statistics.
And I'm gonna tell niggas right now, I ain't vote for Obama, not the first or the second term. When I was able to vote, that was my first legal age to vote. And I said, why the fuck I'm finna vote for this nigga? I know he finna win because I know what the fuck is up with the world and the government and the. You better know. Hey, you can't be asleep out here. You better know what's up with the motherfucking country you living in, bitch.
High school graduation didn't go up. Crime didn't go down. You understand? We didn't do better on a single index in this country as a result of Obama being in the White House. So now you're giving me Dion on the white football field, Barack Obama in the white man's house. Listen.
They're clapping for nothing. They're clapping for nothing.
No.
Look, he mad.
For the truth.
Why you mad?
They're clapping for nothing.
Why he talking about they clapping for nothing? Hold on, you ain't just here with, oh. Now that sounds like borderline hate. He's getting upset because his crowd is not understanding what the fuck he's saying. Because he not like he upset because the crowd not agreeing with him. And it's his crowd, it's his shit. This his show, he the host. Man, you don't cut it out, bro. Man, let's go back. Let's just see. You say they clapping for nothing. Let's go see what they clapping for.
I agree with everything.
All right, so
I agree with you.
That's my point.
He just said I agree
You
with
can't
you.
compare my commitment to the black community to Dion's because he has yet to show it.
You don't think he's saving children?
Doing what?
Being the motivation.
And that's when they switched on his ass right there. Talk about being a motivation.
Continue.
I'll rest my case.
Oh, so you don't think motivation is necessary?
Brother, to whom much is given, much is required.
You telling that to me, and I got a lot.
Dion has a lot.
Yeah.
So for you to tell me that he's somehow benefiting black children because they see him winning at a white college, that's the same argument Obama maniacs made when Barack was in the White House and Negro said just him being there was a benefit to black people. Only problem with that, it didn't play out in the statistics. High school graduation didn't go up. Crime didn't go down. You understand? We didn't do better on a single index in this country as a result of Obama being in the White House. So now you're giving me Dion on the white football field, Barack Obama in the white man's house. Listen.
They're clapping for nothing. They're clapping for nothing.
No, they clapping.
They clapping because he just made a point about how the fuck it don't matter, nigga. He made a fucking point about that shit don't fucking matter, bro. Like this nigga in the White House, they said it made it matter just because he a nigga in the White House. I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
They're clapping for nothing. It's hard. It's hard because you're not even getting through it, and they're clapping. So I know they're clapping for nothing.
No. They hear me, but more than hearing me, they feel me.
Yeah, they feel you. I feel you. I believe you to be the truth, like I always say.
Yes, sir.
But I'm telling you that I believe you not to believe what you're saying. I don't believe that you truly believe that someone should put everything they have into the mission. I don't
Why
see
not?
you
That's
doing
the
that.
only way we win.
I don't see you doing it though.
You don't see me doing it?
No.
Okay. Show me another psychologist who has done more to change the way black parents deal with the mental health and school system in this country.
I haven't seen. I know what you do, and for the sake of conversation,
one
let me push back.
in history.
For the sake of conversation,
history.
I will push back. Where's the result? Show me some numbers.
And I like this. And he said he fucking with. So it seems like he may be just trying to play devil's advocate for the sake of the show. And that is genius and brilliant at the same time. So if he playing devil's advocate, but I could feel him. But it seems like he is getting a bit frustrated within his body language and his responses. So I don't know if he's really playing devil's advocate or this is really like he said, I don't really believe you. I don't think he really like. I feel like I wouldn't believe niggas either. I don't trust none of these. I don't believe shit. So I
Show me something tangible. I can.
feel you.
I'll tell you what I'm
I
gonna
feel
do.
you, Loon.
I'm gonna have
Hey,
it.
Bit Loon, I feel you. I don't believe in shit either. Bro. I feel you, Bit Loon. I don't want you to think I'm gonna get shit, nigga. I fuck with you, nigga. I feel you. I feel you, nigga.
Every parent I've ever saved and child I help email you directly. And then you can take it from there, my brother.
All right, now I'll definitely have it. I'll pull it up on
Black power.
on the interview.
Black
You see,
power.
and here's the
Black
and-
power yesterday, black power today, and black power tomorrow. But most of all, black queens forever, snow bunnies
Never, nigga. Never, nigga. And whatever you do, make sure you create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper. And real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Whole ass niggas gonna talk about it. And fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that.
Y'all get Dr. Umar Johnson in rap form tonight. Y'all getting Dr. Umar Johnson in rap form. So, how far are you willing to go for your children?
Sir. Yes, sir.
As far as
nigga to the
mission requires,
to the grave, to the
see,
dirt,
here's the
nigga.
thing. We have different value systems, right? And the problem with Black people is we operate on a platform.
Hold on, that nigga say, how far are you willing to go for your children? I'm willing to go to the end of the earth in the grave under dirt. You hear what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. For my jit, I got one. To the end of the earth, nigga, to the grave under dirt, boy.
Of selfishness and individual agenda. Every other group, the culture comes first. The culture comes first. Could you imagine if Deion Sanders was at a historically Mexican college?
Motherfucking go all out behind.
So today's the day. I've got my
Yeah, I kept saying
RCA mock system and Coyote
was coming in.
appliances.
And I'm gonna rewind that shit anyway. But nigga, what you gonna do for your seed, nigga? All this bullshit you got going on, bro. You gotta cut that fuck shit out, bro. What the fuck you willing to do for your seed for real, nigga? Like, think about that. If you ain't willing to put your life on the line, put your all into it for your seed future, what the fuck is you doing, nigga?
And he got an offer to go to Boulder, Colorado, and turn his. Then you can take it from there, my brother.
All right, now definitely have it. I'll pull it up on
Black power
on the interview.
Black.
You see, and here's the
Black power yesterday, Black power today, and Black power tomorrow. But most of all, Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Nigga.
Y'all get Dr. Umar Johnson
That's
in
fucked
rap
up because
form
I just
tonight.
seen a little nice snow bunny that
Y'all
I
get
wanted
Dr.
to
Umar Johnson in rap form.
with.
So how far are you willing to go for your children?
As far as the mission requires. See, here's the thing. We have different value systems, right? And the problem with Black people is we operate on a platform of selfishness and individual agenda. Every other group, the culture comes first. The culture comes first. Could you imagine if Deion Sanders was at a historically Mexican college and he got an offer to go to Boulder, Colorado, and turn his back on the Mexican students at the Mexican college on the Mexican football team? He would have never done.
Why is this?
He would have never done that though, Umar, because it's fucking cartel members' sons on that fucking team, nigga. And you know that. If it's a Mexican fucking college that he go to, it's gonna be Mexican cartel members' kids on that fucking team. And nigga, he's gonna get fuck threats. Shout out to all my niggas out there in Cali. Oh my God. Oh yes. What's up, man? Y'all fuck with y'all. Y'all know what's up. Hey, do it capital.
It's looked at like turning your back. He took a job.
But because he did. He had a chance to make a structural, systemic, historic change in the benefit of Black athletics.
you believe that they would have let him make that change, but you don't believe that we have that access to any power. But he could have made that change single-handedly.
What access to power at Boulder, Colorado?
No, it's not a finished product. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, what will the finished product look like?
But we don't know, but he's on a journey the same way.
See, here's the thing
I find disingenuous. You were someone that started a school. You went through criticism. Every move you would try.
Part of the movement.
And here's another Black man.
I'm building a Black school. He had a white college. How you comparing them?
Listen,
I know Deion Sanders had a charter school. He never owned an independent school like I do. It was a charter school. It was a charter school. It was a charter school.
Well,
do you know what a charter
hold on,
school
sweetheart.
is?
We'll give y'all a chance.
Charter
We'll give y'all a
publicly
chance to
owned,
speak.
sister.
You know, we are live recording.
Charter schools are publicly owned.
We
the
are live
Frederick Douglass
recording.
Marcus Garvey Academy is independently owned by black
But
people.
I'm saying, listen, back to what I'm saying.
School.
Hey, Umar.
LeBron James,
Umar.
school.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
School.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Know what you say?
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Stop. He was wrong. I had to clarify.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Listen, though.
Who owns it?
Listen.
Who owns it?
Listen.
Hey, all I know is, bitch, if you can't find help here, get help somewhere. 1-800-CHARTER.
Who owns it?
Hey, hold on, sweetheart. We'll give you an opportunity. I'm gonna give you a mic in just a second.
That's a charter school.
Listen, though.
Charter school.
You're judging Deion Sanders, and this is not a finish.
If you can't find help here, find help.
We will in a minute, but I don't. Hey, hold on. Now, hey man, y'all don't. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on.
I love my brother.
This is my show. Let's remember that.
Look, he trying to get. Look, I told you. That's the reason he was mad at the crowd, because he like, man, this is my show. This is my shit. Y'all got me fucked up, man. Y'all supposed to be on my side.
This is Loon show. Y'all can clap all you want. We have to talk about the things I want to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, right? Dr. Umar. Because I haven't finished this point. I really want us to spend some time, and we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
My boy fucked with Deion a long way.
But in
I just don't
particular,
want it to look like
I do
I'm
too,
trying
though.
to dig.
I know these guys. They know this is. I'm just trying to get information, and I want you to speak to them.
Yes, sir.
As if he's watching.
Right, so he playing devil's advocate because he know the guy he want him to speak to him.
I want you to speak
That just confirmed the devil's advocacy. Okay.
as if they're watching, because they 9 times out of 10 are.
You watching? They all watching.
So I'm
They
telling
gonna
you,
watch when
this is important to me. So now,
on the goddamn
I'm saying that I feel as though it's unfair for you to judge Deion Sanders in this current position as he is on the journey the same way you were on your journey for 12 years to build a school that some people say should have took 1 year.
Okay.
Now,
But how can they say that if they never built it?
you've never did what he did.
He never done what I'm doing.
So again, why you speaking?
Well, what is he doing? He going to a white college?
No,
a lot of
he's-
black coaches went to a white college. What do you mean?
No. He's breaking the code of what it looks like to be a head coach. He's trying to get to a
He
head
the first
coach.
black head coach of a white school?
No. He's the first
You
of his
just got-
kind. He's the first of his kind.
Okay.
He's a different kind of coach.
Okay. And at the end of the day, what are you expecting to come out of Deion? What does he change being a coach at this white school? Let's say Deion goes 30 years undefeated. What the hell did he change for black people at that all-white school?
I mean, that's a loaded question. He can change a
No,
lot
it
of
ain't
things.
loaded.
Yeah, see, you can't tell me what a loaded question is. These are tactics, and I know you're a great speaker. Stop the tactics. You know, the this, the did. These are tactics. These are tactics. So we want to just have a. Now listen, I believe him. Let's just move off Deion, because I feel as though.
please.
Hey, look, I feel as though you clap too much. We going back.
Not everybody
That
cares
nigga
about
funny.
quality.
Hey, that nigga, hey.
Some people just
That
want
nigga
crap.
a real street
That's
nigga.
you.
Hey, clap
Smoke
two up
posts
going
is
back,
not
nigga. I don't give a
every
damn what
month
you
they
say
fill
about
your
that,
cart
nigga.
with
We got there
suggestions.
going this shit all day, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I got time. I got time today, nigga. I don't give a damn about what you do. We can go back. We can do this shit all day.
Clap
I
too
got
much.
time
We
today.
going back. Let's talk about ESPN.
I got time today, bitch. I don't give a damn what you do.
And Fox. What we saw with Shannon Sharp, according to Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp had a run-in and he was let go. This news just came out. A lot of people thought he left on his own or on some kind of good.
So Shannon and Skip had a run-in.
Yeah, there was some argument live
Backstage.
about. No.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times when niggas leave on their own, motherfuckers will make it look like, oh yeah, they was let go, this and that. Like my homegirl just went through a situation. She had to put in her 2 weeks, and they let her go a week after she put in her 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? She ain't had no motherfucking, like, bro. I don't know why they do niggas like that. And this bro. Fuck them. Hey, do it capital. Doors close, so other doors. But doors close because other doors are opening for you. And even if you don't find them doors, nigga, I bet you it's a fucking window, nigga. Handle your business. Creep in there.
So I remember that. And so I think that bled over to behind the scenes and led into eventually those two guys not being able to coexist. Shannon Sharp is now on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith broke the news that he was asked to leave. What do you think about people like Shannon Sharp sitting next to someone like Skip Bayless and providing that type of style and swag to those?
I think the Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless situation is so symbolic for Black people in America on many levels, because Shannon was a better commentator than Skip. He made the show.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Skip was doing his best to replace Shannon with another nigga. He was doing everything. He was picking whoever the fuck, whatever nigga that had clout, whatever nigga that had clout, he was trying to get him on that shit. Lil Wayne, Bubba Dub, Michael Irvin, all the bruh. Listen to me, bro. He could not successfully replace Shannon Sharp. He couldn't do it. And he was going through all of these niggas trying to find somebody, the perfect motherfucker, to go back and forth with on his show. But it had to be a nigga with clout.
But because Skip was the privileged white man, Shannon made the mistake of outshining the master.
Right.
And within the white...
And that shit is in the book. The 48 Laws of Power. Never outshine the fucking master. That's rule number motherfucking 1, nigga. You never outshine the motherfucking master, boy. That shit gonna go left for you. But at the same time, it work out for you. At the end of the day, when like I said, a door closed, other doors open for you. If you can't find them doors, bitch, I bet you can find that window that's cracked. Bitch, handle your business, nigga. Handle your fucking business, nigga. Creep enough.
Power structure, you're not allowed to do that. And so Skip was willing to cut off his fingers to teach Shannon a lesson that you never go against the white hand that feeds you. And so it was unfortunate,
like they always do.
But I'm glad Shannon is gone, because to me, I believe he was selling himself short,
like they always
constantly
do.
Trying to play humble Black man to this arrogant white man.
You think he played humble up there? I've seen him do
many a times. And you saw it on y'all saw him when he kept trying to ingratiate himself to Skip. He tried to win Skip.
Give me some
back
example.
over.
Give me an example.
Just in the nonverbals, in the language, in the deference. He always tried to make sure he didn't go too far in challenging Skip. He always started the shows with the hand.
Right
the pan. You know, he wanted it. He didn't want to leave. I think Shannon tried to win Skip back over. But Skip, being the slave master he is, he needed to teach Shannon a lesson. And although his ratings are going to drop, in Skip's mind, it was well worth it, because in the mind of a white man, what good am I if I can't even check a Black man? So that was all about race, and it was about power. And I think Shannon may have not fully understood the rules of racism. And the first rule of racism is...
Listen, one thing about it, I know Shannon understood the rules of racism because he a nigga from the South. At that moment, he may not have known or thought that those rules would apply, because it was a show on interacting, debating, and sports conversation. He may have got lost in the sauce a bit, talking to a nigga as a colleague, and wasn't fully aware of that at that moment, so he wasn't thinking about it. You know how you get caught up in your, you just doing your shit, you just doing you, and you ain't even thinking about it, but you, that shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's all white people are racist. And the second rule of racism, white people don't share power with Black people. So the minute Shannon wanted an equitable power sharing in the conversation on Undisputed, he had to go.
Hold
Skip
on.
had to let him know we are not partners.
We're gonna take
I'm
this
the
back.
slave. You're the slave. He didn't want to leave. I think Shannon tried to win Skip back over, but Skip, being the slave master he is, he needed to teach Shannon a lesson. And although his ratings are going to drop, in Skip's mind, it was well worth it, because in the mind of a white man, what good am I if I can't even check a black man? So that was all about race, and it was about power. And I think Shannon may have not fully understood the rules of racism. And the first rule of racism is all white people are racist. And the second rule of racism, white people don't share power with black people. So the minute Shannon...
That's cold, though. That's cold, bro. I wouldn't say that, man. I wouldn't say all white people are racist. But damn. Let me think about this, because I got white family members and cousins and aunties. Shit like that. Let me think right quick. Let me just think. No, I disagree. All white people are not racist. My auntie assisted me numerous times, and I don't even believe I asked her. Even with trying to get y'all like shit like that. But at the same time, she was Italian. You know, they looked at Italians like they was the niggas of the white race anyway. I can't say that. Maybe I feel different because I helped raise some little white niggas. But that's probably how my grandma felt. That's probably how these niggas' grandmas felt. That's how these niggas was motherfucking brainwashed, traditionalized with how they came up. You was helping other people raise their kids, nigga. Just like your grandma. Your grandma was not even around to help raise her kids to the fullest potential, but helping and breastfeed up. Like, that shit go back. Niggas don't even think about that. Let me think about this. He said rule number one. He said rule number one. All white people are racist. Damn. Let me think about that. Shit. I disagree. I disagree fully. I disagree fully. I disagree fully. I don't even know why I had to think about that. I don't even know why I had to think about that. Yes, I do. Because I'm a nigga. Regardless. And I can't be sleep out here. Just like you can't be sleep out here. That nigga said rule number one. All white people are racist. So what are the white people that marry niggas? They using niggas? But it's a nigga I know. He was viral for having 3 white wives. Is it possible they could be racist too, but they just using the nigga because they feel like they using the nigga, but he really using them at the same time? So who really? Damn. That nigga, that's damn. My bad, y'all. I know I just took a minute on golly. See, I ain't want to see, I'm trying to be better. See, Instagram shut me down like 3 times a day, and I don't know why. They was on some whole shit. I was really just venting. I was on my therapy session shit. I was talking about shit that I probably shouldn't have been talking about. I was just telling niggas about themselves and saying fuck these niggas and that and this and that. They gave me 3 different things. 3 different things of why they shut my shit down. And they tripping. Yeah, fuck them viewers. Hey, but yeah, they was on some bullshit, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Damn. My bad. I fucked up. Damn. Well, we gonna get back into this shit.
And wanted an equitable power
That
sharing.
nigga said rule number 1, all white people like damn. Let me think about that some more. Shit.
Glad Shannon is gone because to me, I believe he was selling himself short, constantly trying to play humble black man to this arrogant white man.
You think he played humble up there? I've seen him
He
do
did many a
some.
times. And you saw it on y'all saw him when he kept trying to ingratiate himself to Skip. He tried to win Skip
Give me some
back
example.
over.
Give me an example.
Just in the nonverbals, in the language, in the deference. He always tried to make sure he didn't go too far in challenging Skip. He always started the shows with the hand, the pound.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted it. He didn't want to leave. I think Shannon tried to win Skip back over, but Skip, being the slave master he is, he needed to teach Shannon a lesson. And although his ratings are going to drop, in Skip's mind, it was well worth it because in the mind of a white man, what good am I if I can't even check a black man? So that was all about race and it was about power. And I think Shannon may have not fully understood the rules of racism. And the first rule of racism is all white people are racist. And the second rule of racism, white people don't share power with black people. So the minute Shannon wanted an equitable power sharing in the conversation on Undisputed, he had to go. Skip had to let him know, we are not partners. I'm the slave, you're the slave, and I'm the slave master. Shannon tried to break the code, change the power dynamic. White people don't do well with you changing power dynamics because at the end of the day, all they have is their white privilege over and above you. But with that being said, and I love my brother Shannon Sharp, I think he got a good heart, but until he stopped running around with them damn snow bunnies, I'll never be able to give him the total respect that he deserves. I think he's a good brother, but he got to heal whatever went on with him and his children's mother, ex-wife, whatever. But for him to be as dark as he is and to only be running around.
Say so long to summer with up to 30% off.
Hey man, Dr. Umar, you a fucked up
During
nigga
Raymore
for that.
Flanagan's Labor Day sale.
You a fucked up nigga for that, for saying he gotta heal, whatever. You a fucked
Not only does Kittle have millions of design assets and templates that you can customize any.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna just say this, Dr. Umar, you a fucked up nigga for that. And I'm gonna say this too: dividendsapparel.com. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital. Create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. You feel me? We got a whole bunch of new shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can scroll through and y'all fuck with the kid on dividendsapparel.com. That's dividendsapparel.com. Yeah, man. But like I was saying, Dr. Umar, you a fucked up nigga for that, man. Like, I say that because I was recently entertaining the idea of a snow bunny of some sort. What the fuck not, man? These, like, I digress. I just say that to say that was funny. It was funny, y'all. All right, let's get back to it.
So love isn't love. Not allowed to do that. And so Skip was, well, don't share power with black people. So the minute Shannon wanted an equitable power sharing in the conversation on Undisputed, he had to go. Skip had to let him know, we are not partners. I'm the slave, you're the slave, and I'm the slave master. Shannon tried to break the code, change the power dynamic.
white people don't do well with you changing power dynamics. Because at the end of the day, all they have is their white privilege over and above you. But with that being said, and I love my brother Shannon Sharp, I think he got a good heart. But until he stopped running around with them damn snow bunnies, I'll never be able to give him the total respect that he deserves. I think he's a good brother, but he got to heal whatever went on with him and his children's mother, ex-wife, whatever. But for him to be as dark as he is and to only be running around with white women, it's a disgrace to the race.
So love isn't love to Dr. Umar Johnson.
If love is love, why don't we see rich white women marrying broke-ass black men? If love is love.
And if there's any rich ass white women that want to goddamn counter his argument, Home Inc. TV, y'all get at me, Do It Capital on Instagram, fuck with me, hit my DM or something, goddamn, you know my number ain't hard to find if you really looking for me.
Does that speak to what are you saying with that?
I'm saying, what white woman married to a black man has ever done anything significant to help black people? Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa, who inherited over $1 billion worth.
Damn, Umar, don't do this. Doc, don't do this, Doc.
Of his wealth, she just did a college partnership in Kobe's name. And all 5 colleges she chose to be part of this Kobe Bryant thing were white. She didn't choose a single black college for this black man's money who didn't attend a college at all.
Isn't college the Europe
who didn't attend? Listen, y'all didn't. Listen, Kobe Bryant went from high school straight to the fucking NBA. Kobe Bryant's wife donated to probably one of her schools and other white schools. Colleges for what? You could have donated that shit to high schools in the area where Kobe came up. Damn. Another thing, you know that people, Kobe people, this shit had went through some shit, or was it his daddy died? R.I.P. Long live Bean and Kobe. Damn, bro, that shit still fucking hard for me to even goddamn say, bro, because I'm a baller, bro. Kobe to fucking go out like that shit hurt me. But, bro, damn, long live the Beans. And, you never know what people do for people. So I just hope she did the right thing by goddamn his peoples, by them being his peoples. I don't even know what the fuck this nigga talking about no more. I just thought about that shit. He talking about the colleges. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. Damn. That shit's still hard to believe with Kobe, bro. I can't help.
European power structure. So do we participate with it or not? Like at some points we hear, yo, get outside the power.
And I'm just a fan of Kobe, bro. I'm just a fucking fan. That shit hard to be. That shit just still hard for me to believe. I don't know. I'm just a fucking fan. Imagine the niggas that really knew him. Imagine real ballers played on the court with him. Shaq, Kobe. Shaq, LeBron. Man, fuck it. All right, I'm gonna do this.
Structure, create your own. Then other moments.
Moment of silence for Kobe. Fuck it. Long live the Black Mamba. All right. I'm finna get on 2K in a minute, too.
widow, Vanessa, who inherited over $1 billion worth of his wealth, she just did a college partnership in Kobe's name. And all 5 colleges she chose to be part of this Kobe Bryant thing were white. She didn't choose a single black college for this black man's money who didn't attend a college at all.
Isn't college the European power structure? So do we participate with it or not? Like at some points we hear, yo, get outside the power structure, create your own. Then other moments we hear, yo, you should have stayed at that HBCU in the white power structure because you still could have utilized it. But if you go to this other school, you're in the white power structure and you can do nothing. I'm like, I'm confused as to why the power.
Be confused.
Okay,
because he
help
can't
clarify.
do anything in Boulder, Colorado. At Jackson State, he could have did a lot. What we're talking about is Kobe Bryant's widow taking his black man's money and not using any of it to support HBCUs.
I know black people ain't supporting nothing with their money.
Okay, so do I. But that wasn't the point.
So it ain't about the skin color. It's about the intention.
No, it is about skin color. It's always about race.
It's black
Everything in America is about race.
It's black people that don't help black people.
And
I ain't been helped by.
Because they've been taught not to help black people.
Okay, so if that's
and who taught them not to?
And because niggas was brainwashed to hate their own motherfucking kind for 400 fucking years, it's in the DNA of niggas. That's what nigga trying to say. It's really in the DNA of niggas is why this shit be happening. But you want to bring up it's niggas that's not helping niggas, but it's because niggas is brainwashed and conditioned not to fucking help niggas, not to help each other. That's how they fucking wanted it, nigga. And you got everybody else around you working with their own people, fighting to keep it for their own people. Fathers fighting to keep they motherfucking daughters with the same race or whatever. Like, bitch, before they so-called brought our people from Africa, it was organized marriage, like arranged marriages type shit. Like, keep it within, like,
still situation.
It's a reason why dogs, mixed breed dogs, is called mutts.
Who conditioned them not to help black?
Still the same
Who
situation.
trained them not to help black? There's a history to self-hatred. I'm not exempting black people, but any problem we got, if you don't start with a plantation analysis, you off base.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you that it's not just being black that makes you contribute to the cause. And I think you're framing it like
be black and conscious. Black
so
and
all right, so you got black people with money that don't check the conscious box, that do nothing for the black community.
That's true.
So if we can't just say, if you're black and in a position that you're gonna do something.
But you can't scapegoat psychologically dysfunctional Negroes from the fact that they exist in a white racist power structure. The power structure is still the power structure, whether you commit it or not. And the only way we're going to get black people to be focused on building their own institutions and systems is to build our own institutions and systems. That's what Dion could have helped us do at Jackson State.
No, because
but he chose Snow Bunny Boulder, Colorado.
No. See, and this is where I just think you just tripped yourself up, because you're still telling Dion to participate in an HBCU system.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so there we are. You still in the, so how can you do something if the system is the system no matter where you go?
This is the biggest secret of 2024, and they don't want you
That's
to know
the thing
about
about getting
If
out
you
the
get
fucking
injured
system.
in an accident, even as just a passenger, no one knows this, but you can turn that accident into tens of thousands.
That's the thing about getting out the fucking system, nigga.
A black system is a black system. A white
So now you're saying college,
is a
if
white
it's a HBCU, is a black system.
The HBCUs grew out of a legacy of enslavement. You understand?
Yeah,
me?
but that, you know
they
how
were built to give black people the opportunity to learn how to make it in this world.
They still don't change the fact that they're owned and ran by the same slave masters.
They are discriminated against, they are ignored, and they are being marked for extermination.
Deion Sanders was
But that's only because the niggas in charge are fucking the slave masters.
at an HBCU at a time.
Excuse me. They are the fucking slave masters.
Where they really could have used him to stay put and create a system that would have revolutionized the financial system of Division I sports. That's all I'm saying.
What do you
And
think
the brother
about?
chose money.
What do you think about female rap?
What do I think about female rap? Be more specific.
I'm gonna start.
I think all gangster rap is hell.
So we'll get to gangster rap. I want to focus on female.
Well, they
rap.
gangster raps too, ain't they?
Right.
So it's kind of over sexualized. People to say that it's reached a certain height that is uncomfortable for certain people.
Pre-pornographic.
So you have no, I mean, what's your thoughts on it? Just that's it.
If I were in charge, there would be no gangster rap and there would be no soft pornography rap. It'll all be exterminated. And one of the biggest contradictions I see right now as we celebrate the 50 years of hip hop is I don't hear nobody having a conversation on
that boy say if he was in charge, it'd be no gangster rap. Man, you don't get the fuck out of here, boy.
how hip hop has hurt Black America. Gangster.
How the fuck would you even stop that, nigga? You can't even stop that.
Gangster rap is the
It's already hold on, it's already out there, just like niggas still listening to R. Kelly. Boy, you don't get the fuck out of here.
Team for the mass incarceration of Black males. And nobody's saying nothing about it. 50 years of gangster rap, 50 years of hip hop. Most of the money made by Jewish publishing houses.
Damn, he right though. That nigga just said some shit. Let me go back because I just interrupted that man. But he right. He right though. But man, you don't get the fuck. Hey, my bad, dog. My bad, y'all. But he right though. He ain't lying. He ain't no cap detected.
We'll get to gangster rap. I want to focus on female.
Well, they gangster raps too.
So it's kind of over sexualized. People to say that it's reached a certain height that is uncomfortable for certain people.
Pre-pornographic.
So you have no, I mean, what's your thoughts on it? Just that's it.
If I were in charge, there would be no gangster rap and there would be no soft pornography rap. It'll all be exterminated. And one of the biggest contradictions I see right now as we celebrate the 50 years of hip hop is I don't hear nobody having a conversation on how hip hop has hurt Black America. Gangster rap is the marketing scheme for the mass incarceration of Black males. And nobody.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. No, somebody did say something. Ice Cube said something. He said nobody. I'm gonna go on the record and say Ice Cube basically Ben said something. The same people that own the prisons own the record labels. The same people that own the record labels own the prisons. Ice Cube went on the record and said this.
He's saying nothing about it. 50 years.
Ice Cube said something about this. Ice Cube Ben said something about a lot of shit. Ice Cube got the niggas back just like you. The same people that own the prisons in America own the record labels in America. The same people that own the record labels in America own the prisons in America. I remember I was watching NBA Youngboy and Kodak Black. It looked like one was getting out, one was going in. When one was getting out, when one was getting out, one was going in. You know what I'm saying? One going in, one getting out. And this was when they was beefing and shit. I'm like, man, these niggas swapping the money because they on the same label because they got problems and shit till they settle that shit. Them niggas cannot be out at the same time. We gonna keep them alive because they gotta keep the money.
Years of gangster.
The same people that own the labels own the fucking prisons.
Right.
Swapping niggas out. Getting niggas knocked. Think I'm bullshit?
50 years of hip hop.
Told you, nigga.
Most of the money made by Jewish publishing houses.
Nigga.
Not a single Black institution, relevant Black institution. And let me tell you what relevant institutions are. Schools, banks, hospitals, supermarkets, manufacturing and distribution centers. 50 years, billions of dollars, the most influential music form on earth. And in 50 years, they haven't built a single institution. for black people. Throw it in the trash.
So that's gangster rap. And I've heard you also say that they're flaunting and certain things. You feel as though that they're
Ice Cube got a song said I started this gangster shit. This the motherfucking thanks I get. Nigga been putting it like
almost shitting on black people who are
the
underclass.
main message of gangster rap is I made it out the ghetto, you didn't. And I'm gonna flaunt to you what I have that you may never get. It's about making yourself look important to people who don't have much.
There's a smarter way to shop online, and I hate to tell you this, but you've been overpaying for years.
No cap detected. Even on this ad, no cap detected. I wouldn't talk about this ad. But dividendsapparel.com, whatever you do, make sure you do it capital. Create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. And remember, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Whole ass motherfuckers gonna talk about it, and fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that.
Now, by you, see, you made a lot of money off. Do you know you
make a lot of money off what?
Yeah, I got you. Just hold what you got. Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know that you've made a lot of money in like the motivational space? Do you know people view you as like some sort? They pull motivation from you. Do you not recognize?
Of course,
that?
I'm the greatest black speaker on the planet right now. And
okay, so when you say that, and let's hold off on some of that, Dr. Umar. We'll have to now but seriously, people look
but
at
I don't
you,
make much money from that. I make my money from
you get your brand visibility though from that. See, that's value that goes in different buckets, especially when you're building a brand.
My credentials pay the bills, not the work for the people.
No, bro, you can't tell me that, Umar. Don't do that.
That's a fact.
No, it's not. No, it's not a fact. Because there's a lot of school psychologists. It's a lot of people with your attributes that don't make the kind of money you make. And if they did pay the bills, then you wouldn't take bookings the way you do.
No. Okay. I'm not going to break down my bookings.
Right.
I'm just going to say that a lot of what I do in the community is done at zero cost. I don't charge a penny to go into the prisons. I don't charge a penny to go into the halfway houses. I don't charge
Last
a penny.
time you've been to a prison or a halfway house?
About a month ago, last month. I don't charge a penny to go to Africa.
How do you know what to charge for and what not to charge for?
Well, because I'm a doctor, I can charge for everything that I do. But I'm saying I don't charge for anything when I leave the country.
No. Yeah.
I don't charge for anything when I work with vulnerable populations. So if one of them call me up right now and say, Dr. Umar, I work at the youth prison. Can you come down here to Nashville and speak to my boy? Sure, just cover the plane ticket. I'm not going to charge you a penny. I've never charged for those things.
Right. So how do you know what to charge for and what not to charge for? If do you charge for
because I don't charge for vulnerable populations. So if you are helping people help themselves, I'm not going to exploit that. I'm coming for free. Just get me there. That's it.
Just get them now.
Again, I want you to know that.
And I didn't even charge for my speaking for the first 10 years. You know when I started to charge for my speaking? When it started taking me away.
They say, nigga, hey man, I'm gonna do this shit on the house. I'm gonna do this shit on the strength, right? But you gotta pay the shipping and handling. hey, I'm gonna send you this little care package, right? I don't even want nothing from you, would it? Just you gotta pay that shipping and handling on a checkout on the website.
Away from my psychological services.
You gotta pay.
And then I had to make
if you're making so much money on psychological services, why the hell am I gonna come speak for free? Or no, because I know what you're gonna
pay to get me there. He ain't even say pay to get me back now. He ain't say to pay to get me back. I get you up. You get yourself back.
Don't say this is about the mission. So I'm saying if I'm making so much money on the psychology, why the hell am I speaking for 10 years for free? You got. Tell me, why are you interested in speaking at all? And I'm trying to be respectful. You guys don't make me be this.
I was sitting here by the ancestors.
Disrespectful means just turn up in my Give me a second, Dr. Umar.
disrespectful means turn up in my content. This is a show that I'm having. So we
brothers.
Yeah,
we
we real tight. So this is right. So disrespectful means turn up in my show. And I shouldn't have stopped, but I want to address that. Continue. I'm sorry.
I believe that I was sent here. Part of my mission is to raise the consciousness, and the voice is the greatest weapon to do that. I was never taught how to speak. In 4th grade Black history class, there was an oratorical contest in North Philly. I'm from Bill Cosby's neighborhood, and I got into the public speaking contest. I won first place, and I just never shut up. I was born to speak. I'm related to Frederick Douglass. He was a great orator. It runs in my family. It's why I'm here. You follow? So my speaking is more of a ministry of Black consciousness. It heals and it helps and it motivates and it transforms people. I believe that's part of why I'm here, but it's not the only reason I'm here, because we've had great orators all throughout our history. But what we have to do is build institutions and leave a legacy. That's what we have to do. The speaking is good, but it's not going to save us. The speaking is to get your attention so I can organize you for transformation.
Okay, so do you, I believe, again, man, I don't know if you, I think you know this. I think you just, you're in this, you get into this spot, right, where you almost like you get in character. Not that you're faking, but you get into this like spot where you just, it's all about the mission. It's all about
it's always about
but I think your results.
When I'm eating, when I'm in the shower.
See, playing into it. See, this is playing into it.
The mission.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So, this is playing into it.
Talk to anybody who know me. They'll tell you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and I've been knowing you, so
Yes.
I know you want it. It ain't that, but
it's not fake with me.
Nah, but I do think that there's room to discuss that there's other things on your agenda that don't coincide with the mission.
Like what?
100%.
Give me some.
Again, we went to that, so I want to move past that. Let's talk about your content creation. I was telling you backstage that you are one of the most visible people online.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to keep your content valuable and not oversaturated?
Nothing until the conversation we had. Now you're giving me things I need to think about based on our conversation we had earlier.
You want to know the key to fixing and flipping? Don't fix and flip. Instead,
backstage.
Right.
But until this point, I never looked at my content as a means to monetization or money. It's purely to wake up our people, purely to give them an alternative view. It's purely to let them know that they're not crazy when they see things that isn't making sense. So it's been.
And definitely, if you wasn't thinking about monetization, Doc, you can't be sleep out here, because this is your message, your voice, your brand, and this would definitely help the mission that you're speaking of. With the school, all that shit probably could have been accomplished with the monetization, the conversation y'all had with the monetization. I'm telling you, because I already know.
I never knew.
Ain't no way, boy,
that I would be what I am on social media. I never heard. I didn't even know what TikTok was. So people say you need to get on TikTok because you all over it.
Right.
I didn't know. I don't have a YouTube page. Right. So I didn't know social media would respond to me the way that it has, especially given my views, which many people would consider to be radical or controversial. So that was purely an act of God that I've been able to have that type of presence online, standing for what I stand for. I never expected that in my wildest dreams.
And you know what I find interesting? You came from a crop or a batch of conscious community where it was very strong.
Mm-hmm.
I said Umar is probably one of the only ones that's been able to transcend that run. A lot of those guys kind of have faded away. You still see the Candace Owens. You still see you. And I believe that's about where it stops at.
Yeah.
What do you contribute that to?
I think a lot of it has to do with my expertise as a school psychologist. It's kind of hard to separate my impact from my profession. Because if I was not a school psychologist, if I couldn't help parents help their children, if I couldn't evaluate, if I couldn't diagnose, if I couldn't teach them about the medications, if I couldn't help them with the IEPs, if I couldn't review the psychological evaluations, would I be as relevant? I don't know. Some people would say yes. Some people would say no. It's no way to know because I've never not been the school psychologist, you see. And so it's hard to separate the two. Although I think presently, though, I definitely think Dr. Umar, the Pan-African, is a much more popular person than Dr. Umar, the psychologist. But I think Dr. Umar, the psychologist, is more valuable in that parents clearly see in me someone who can help them.
And you know, what I think it is, and this is old fashioned for anybody in content creating, it's like literally add value, whatever you're doing. And so I think with you really having a background in understanding the medicines and understanding psychology, I think that value did set you apart because a lot of people was just talking.
Yes.
When you get in the meat and potatoes, you get in the meat and potatoes and you really understood. I remember you used to walk around with the big DSM-5 book. And so these kind of things, I think, made you kind of reign supreme in regards to those guys that laid there. It seemed like the talking just subsided.
Yes.
Just kind of went away.
Yes.
The documentary era was a boom for y'all. You still get paid for any of those things?
Nah, I've never produced my own documentary. And the ones that I was in, I never really made anything off of those.
That's what I was talking to you back, utilizing your own packaging for you, because your brand is so big. Like everyone knows you. You're one of the most popular black people in the world, but it's the packaging. That's why people can come and package you and sell it.
Yeah.
Right? People can come and say, yo, I'm going to get Dr. Umar on my DVD and I'm going to go get a bag.
Yeah.
But Dr. Umar should be able to put that DVD together with that voice.
And to your point, I definitely think I've lost out financially by being so giving. But at the same time, I would not do anything different because I don't think we get that school built if people didn't know my heart was real. I don't think I would be as popular as I am globally if people didn't know my heart was real. So I don't regret any of it. Even now, people say, hey, you got to redirect your content on YouTube. You got about 5 different pages misrepresenting themselves as you, making money off of you. And we will get to that. But at the same time, that's how people came to know who I was, by people posting the content. So
you got to lose a little bit to get a little bit.
You got to lose, yes.
Just like Dion.
Yes.
All right. And we're going to wrap this real nigga reaction up on this one. To be continued, as you can see. That shit is a minute. That shit is about 2.5 hours long, though. So we just went through it about a good hour. As you can see what time it is. Happy Friday, man. Hope y'all have a good Friday. Good morning. Good weekend. Y'all stay out of trouble. Stay out of motherfuckers' face, man. Y'all stay free. Remember, hey, all this shit temporary out here. Everything temporary. Control your emotions, man. Manage your emotions, you know what I'm saying? Everything will be all right, my boy. Hey, and this is another rest and relaxation moment with a real nigga reaction here in the lit house. Hey, let the light within you shine bright, my brother, my sister, my people. Handle your business how you supposed to handle that. We here, hustlers on a mission every day. Home Meat TV, everyday media. Sponsored by dividendsapparel.com. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital. Create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. And remember, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Hoe ass motherfuckers gonna talk about it. And fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that. And we just gonna keep it thorough. We gonna keep it G around here. And we gonna keep it street. And we gonna see you in a minute. Not next week. You know what I'm saying? Consistent capital. DJ Dividends. You gonna see what's up on the next one. We gonna get it in. I'll holler at y'all later, man. You know what it is, man.